All right, we should be live right now. Uh, Let me know if you guys can hear me. Joshua Winslow, I see your chat. What's up? My main man, I'm disappointed with Tesla. Yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, depends on where you bought Tesla, right? It's like, I mean, if you bought at all-time highs, probably would be disappointed. We're going to talk about that. Make sure uh, my stream is going good. Everyone can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. If you guys hear me, should be see how many people are in this chat right now. About 25, 26 viewers. So wait for a few minutes, and we'll go over a little presentation I have for you guys, and we're gonna go answer some questions and just talk and have a cool conversation. Today, the market was red. Another bloodbath. Nasdaq down 4.11%. Dow Jones down 2.25%, S&P down 2.78%. So big sell-off in tech and high growth stocks. Some reopening stocks are kind of going back up, and so that is a play that people should kind of consider putting some money into some of these reopening stocks. So what I mean by reopening stocks, like some retailers, some restaurants. We're getting to the point where we think there's going to be a vaccine possibly by the end of this year. And so a lot of this news is going into these reopening stocks, and people are just transitioning their money out of big growth stocks just because they ran up so much. So that is something that to consider. So some other stocks that are kind of up today, of course, Tortoise acquisition, Shell, Hyliion. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Workhorse. Workhorse is up again today, like almost all-time highs, 8.47%. So we're going to talk about that. Of course, we're going to talk about Tesla as well. So thank you guys for joining me. I got about almost 40 people in here, so I should have at least 40 likes. Guys, give me some likes, man. Smash that thumbs up button. There's only 9 likes in here, so that should not be correct. Should have at least 40 likes. There's 40 people in here. So bump up those likes, really helps out the channel. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. We're going to have a cool conversation, and we're just going to have fun. So I'm going to share my screen with you. So if you're asking questions now, just hold off to the end, or just re-ask the questions after my presentation, and then I'll try to go through and answer as many questions as I can. But thank you guys for joining me. Let me give some shout outs first. First person in here tonight, first chat was Sam M. So shout out to Sam M. Thank you for being the first person in here. So he wants me to discuss Tesla, and he's in the red. So you probably bought in at all-time highs, and so all-time highs is a dangerous place to buy in at, especially if you're putting all your money in at one time. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk a little bit about strategy, about why depending on what your view is, why you should not be putting. Because I mean, I think the only reason why you'll be in the reds or deep in the red is if you put basically everything in at all-time highs, and that's never a good idea. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. Second person to comment, shout out to Tahan Khan. Thank you for joining me. Tesla. So you bought at Tesla at 450. So again, all-time highs. So we're going to talk about buying any stock at all-time highs, how you should manage it. I had a previous video, I think I put out a couple of days ago, and it was titled like something like Tesla all-time highs, something like that, how you should manage. So should take a look at that video. So yeah, we're just gonna give some more shout outs. Alan, Reddy, Chin, Tesla all the way to 270, some support, then to 200 strong, and then support at 140. Well, I don't know how you calculate these supports, because Tesla has now did the split. So these supports, I mean, they don't really translate, because the old support used to be at 1200 and 1200 and 1000 was support. And so those supports don't really translate into the after the split, because the numbers are different. I'm not saying that the support doesn't fully transfer, but the mindset of $1,000 it was a very, very strong support for Tesla, just because it was a $1,000. I mean, just mentally, $1,000 was that really, really strong support. So that the new numbers have different support levels. So I'm not sure how you calculate 270, 200, and 140. Raja Tarajan, thank you for joining me. Shout out to you. Any idea when Shell merger is happening? We're going to talk about that. So I have a whole presentation, so just hold up. Joshua Winslow, my man, he's always in my chat, so thank you for joining me. Shout out to you, Joshua Winslow. He's disappointed with Tesla, and so like I said earlier, depends on where you bought it at. If you bought it at $200 pre-split, then I don't think you should be disappointed. It all depends on where you bought it at. So I'm not sure where you bought it at, Joshua. So cool. I'll give you an update on LCA. I don't think there's that much news on LCA. Tillman Fertitta, the CEO, was on TV today, but I didn't get a chance to check that out. So I'm not sure if he did say anything about it. He typically doesn't say anything about his casino. He usually talks about just his restaurant. So I may be wrong, but I didn't get a chance to look that up yet. Shout out to Math Guy. What's up? You've been joining me for my chats recently, so thank you guys for continuing to join. So he says he bought some Tesla today, sub 350. Should I buy more when it's sub 250 or 200? What's your take? We're going to talk about that. I mean, I can't say for certain. It depends on so much. It depends on what your risk tolerance is. It depends on when you expect to, when you need this money. It depends on what type of account it's in. Is it in a taxable account, non-taxable account? So there's just so many variables. So I can't just answer that question without more information. Shout out to Shavin Cindy. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you for joining me, bro. Good to hear from you. Good to see you in my chat. Thank you guys for joining me. So we are at 7 minutes in, and we have 72 viewers. So guys, I'm gonna just hold off on the chat, and I'll come back to the chat. So if you guys are asking questions, just hold off on the questions, and I'll come back to it. You can ask it again later after my little presentation. So I'm going to bring up my screen. I'm going to share it with you guys as soon as I can figure out how to share. Let's see. There we go. So I think I need to bring this. I'm not sure if you can see this. I might want to bring it into full screen so you're not going to see me anymore. And so tell me how that looks. I think that's okay. Give me 1 second. All right, guys. So let me make this as big as I can. There you go. All right, guys. So we're going to talk about a few stocks. So first one, we're going to talk about Tortoise. So Hyliion came out, and they have a date. Everyone's been waiting on this. Exactly when this merger is going to happen. A lot of people have been holding from the very beginning, as I have. I've been holding on to this for, it's probably been a couple of months now. So I originally bought in about $15. I sold it when it was went up to like $25, and then I bought back in at about $19, I think. So I am in from various price points, depending on what portfolio I'm looking at. But in my public portfolio, I have it in at $19. So Hyliion, they are going to merge. The date for this meeting is September 28th. So at the end of this month, time is going to be 9:30. So if you are a stockholder, you will be able to basically go in and place your vote on this if you want this merger to go through. And of course, if you are a stockholder, the whole point of this is to have this merger go through. So everybody on the Hyliion team and everyone on the Tortoise team is going to want this to go through. All investors, of course, we've been waiting for this. So it's basically the business combination proposal. There's other proposals in here, but the main one we're talking about is the business combination. Hey man, Ian Griffin, thanks for the super sticker. Appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Really helps out the channel. Cool. So we are set for a date, and so what's really surprising is the stock was up only 5.4% on this news, and that's really rare. When the news happens, when a merger date officially happens and is announced, these stocks typically pop like 15, 20%. Like when Nikola announced the merger, I don't remember. I think it was probably like almost 20% on that news. So very, very surprised that it was only up 5.43% today on this news. One of the reasons probably because it's ran up just so much in the past few days. It ran up from like $20 to $53, close to all-time highs, right? 58.66 is their all-time high. So kind of surprised that it didn't run up that much, but it is what it is. The market does what it does. So one of the biggest pieces of news from folks in Texas. I am a Texan, so HEB. There's this clip and this picture of the Hyliion Hypertruck ERX, and right next to it is a HEB truck being modified. Looks like it's being modified with Hyliion's drivetrain. And so folks in Texas, you guys know what I'm talking about. HEB is massive. It's basically the biggest supermarket chain in Texas. And, I shop at HEB. Everyone in Texas pretty much knows what HEB is. So again, that is big news for the folks in Texas. And as you well know, Hyliion is a Texas company. They are based in Austin. So here is my position on Hyliion, Shell, Tortoise acquisition. So like I said previously, I bought warrants and I have Shell stocks. So I bought this in my average cost basis about $19 and change. So very, very happy with this. Of course, it is 173%. I am up. And on the warrants, I'm up 126%. So absolutely massive. And I'm very, very happy with this, of course. Hey guys, I need a stop for a second. I need to check out what's happening with my kid. He is crying. So give me 1 minute. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. All right, guys. Sorry, folks. See how many people left. We have 92 people in here, so thank you. I just had to step away. My 3-year-old was crying, so I had to take care of that. Sorry, guys. So let me see, guys. I have 48 likes, but I have 89 viewers. So come on, guys. Give me a thumbs up for going through this presentation with you guys. So just continue on my presentation. So here we go. I am up pretty strong on Tortoise. I wish I put more money into it, but it is what it is. So next one I want to talk about real quick is Workhorse. Workhorse, we are pushing all-time highs today. It was up 8.47%. Near all-time highs, 23.85 was all-time highs, closed at 21.38. So what's the deal with Workhorse? Basically, not much news on it, except that people are expecting some announcement about this USPS contract. So there's going to be a few conferences that are coming up. One is tomorrow, and it's the 9th annual Gateway Conference, and the next one is September 9th and September 10th. So people are conjecturing that there might be an announcement about this USPS contract. So not much other news is out on Workhorse, but it is performing well. Nikola, massive gain today on Nikola, up like 40 or 50% on the day, and they finally announced their partnership with GM. So GM is basically a dying company, and oh man, thanks very much. Determined, motivated movement, $5. Thank you very much. That really appreciate that. Thanks very much, Papa D. Thank you very much. We're going to talk about Tesla in a minute. So just going over my presentation. Thank you for the donation, though. So next one we're going to talk about is Tesla. I promise. So just wait just about 40 more seconds. So GM, they're finally partnering with Nikola, and they are going to be producing their Badger truck, which is really exciting if you are a Nikola holder. And honestly, I don't like Nikola. I don't like the management team, but I do have to say that they are moving along, and they are partnering with GM, which is very good, since they could utilize GM parts. So these parts are tried and tested, and they all been validated, and so that's their key to getting their trucks on the road as soon as possible. So the GM is making some pretty big moves. This move with Nikola, and what they're doing with Lordstown. So GM is basically trying to dig themselves out of a hole that they have been in, since they haven't taken electric vehicles seriously, but they are investing in these big players like Nikola and Lordstown Motors. All right, so now we're going to talk about Tesla. Papa D, thanks again, man. So he says bought Hertz at $1.4 for 3,000 shares. Man, I'm not following Hertz, but so I'm not sure if that is on the low end or on the high end. But anyways, thank you for that $2 donation. Really appreciate it. So all right, now we're going to talk about Tesla. So about a week ago, man, I put out this video, and it was part of my live stream. I did a live stream talking a lot about Tesla stock, what's going on, and basically it was at all-time highs, how to manage this. About 936 people saw this 13-minute clip from my live stream, and so now we are on the reverse end of this, and so now we are looking at Tesla after it has come down from their all-time highs. So first of all, it's basically a perfect storm is what's going on with Tesla. The overall market is down. The NASDAQ is down 4% today. I think on Friday it was down like 3% or something like that. The day before it was down about 5%. So overall it's been down like maybe 10-15% in the past few days. So that is that's kind of like the perfect storm. Just the overall market is down, number one. Number two, they did not get this S&P 500 inclusion. So that's the second point. Oh man, Dave Givler, $10 super sticker. Thank you, man. Appreciate it very much. It really helps out the channel. I appreciate you joining me, and I appreciate the donation. That's pretty awesome. Sunny and Advocates, did you sell Opez? No, I didn't sell Opez, but thank you also for the super chat. Appreciate it. It really helps out. So then the quarterly balancing of the S&P, they were not included, and so Tesla stock dropped 21% today. It was the biggest one-day fall on record for Tesla stock. So it is. People are acting like this is the end of the world. Tesla stock not being accepted into the S&P 500. But S&P 500 meets every quarter. So just because they were not accepted this quarter does not mean that they won't be accepted next quarter or the quarter after. So it is not the end of the world, guys. So Tesla stock, like I said, down 21% on the day, down $334. So so you can see me. So guys, realize if you are in this stock, it all depends on when you got into this stock. So if you got it in at all-time highs when it was $500, $450, then yeah, you're going to be sitting over here down 20%. And of course, you're not going to be very happy. But realistically, you got to look at this stock and just look at the 1 year performance, 612%, 612% for 12-month performance on this stock. That's absolutely bonkers. That's absolutely crazy. For the year to date of 2020, the year where this whole illness situation happened, the pandemic, the whole world is shut down, and it was still up almost 300%. So to say you're disappointed in Tesla stock, that's only because you probably bought in 5 days ago. That's the only reason why you'll be disappointed. If you bought in 6 months ago, 5 months ago, when the price was still reasonable, you would be sitting up here in the 80%, 90%, 100%, 300%. So you just gotta put things into perspective, guys. Look at this 52-week range, $43.67. Come on, this thing has been performing like nobody's business. $43.67 is the 52-week range. So so now let's talk about Tesla at the company. What position is it in? So you got to realize that they had this capital raise that they announced last week. So they announced on September 1st that they were going to do a capital raise, a $5 billion capital raise. On September 4th, they decided that they sold all $5 billion. So now they have $5 billion on their balance sheet. So realize that now they have over $13 billion in cash. What they can do with that? They could build at least 3 or 4 more factories, gigafactories, with all that money. They could buy out other companies if they find technology that they need. They could do so much with this money. So just look at it versus 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Tesla is a much, much stronger company than it was just 3-4 months ago. A company that has $13 billion in cash sitting on their balance sheet. They are much stronger now. And so 380 to 500. So that is about the price that they were selling the stocks for. So if you're buying Tesla stock anywhere from last week between September 1st and September 4th, that's when they were selling this stock. And when you look back and think about it, that was a boss move. They were selling their stock at all-time highs between $380 and $500, and that's how they raised $5 billion in cash, and they only diluted shareholders little over 1%. So minimum dilution for $5 billion in cash. That's just a boss move. And if you are a long-term a believer in the company, you would be happy that they have so much cash on their balance sheet. So last slide, guys. So people that say that they're disappointed in Tesla stock, you just got to put things in perspective. So this is my position about on Tesla stock throughout all of my portfolios. I have like 7 portfolios, guys. So I lost $25,000 in Tesla stock. So I am fine with that loss because I know that this is not permanent. This is temporary, and the stock has performed. Look at this. This blue line is Tesla stock. Okay, this orange line is the S&P 500, and this darker blue line is my personal performance. So you see, my personal performance for the year from January 1st to September 8th. I am up 41.73%, which is just killing it because the S&P is only up 3.13% for this year so far. And look at Tesla stock; it is up 283%. So you can't realistically, when you put things in perspective, say that Tesla stock is disappointing or not performing. So guys, just put things into perspective. All right, so cool. That's my full presentation. I'm going to spend some time going over some of the chats. So I'm going to scroll back up and see if I could get some chats and get some shout outs. So Joe, Tesla to 100 by Friday. Hey man, if it goes to 100 by Friday, you know what I'll be doing. I will be buying for sure. If Tesla is at $100, I am happy to buy. So I hope that does happen. All right. So Papa D, thank you for that that super chat donation. What do you think of Tesla dropping? So pretty much I said it all in my presentation right there. It's dropping, but it is up over 600% on the year. So here, where's that? Over 612% on the year. So that's what I think about Tesla dropping. It didn't drop. It is up 600% on a 1 year basis, up almost 300% year to date. So I did not see that Tesla dropped at all. So thank you, guys. Thank you for the other super chat. Bought Hertz 1.4 for 3,000 shares. So I said earlier, I don't follow Hertz, so I'm not sure anything about Hertz. Nikola Hummer. Yeah, so I mean, I got to say that I am pleasantly surprised that Nikola is making moves, and that deal with GM is a really good move. I got to give credit where credit is due. They are going to be able to utilize GM parts. Parts are tried and true, and all tested, validated. So that was a really boss move by Nikola, and I'm happy that they are making that move. Dave Givler, thank you again for that super sticker. I'm just scrolling back through the old chats. So Sunny Avakinets, thank you for the super chat. So Elpaz, no, I did not sell Opez. I still have a very small position in Opez. I don't even remember what it is. I mean, I think it's like probably a few $100, maybe $500. So a very small position in Opez, and I'm not going to plan to sell it. Why sell it now? I'm like probably break even on it, and it's just something that is going to just have to wait for the merger. The reopening stocks is they're starting to gain momentum. Restaurant stocks are starting to gain momentum. So hopefully, BurgerFi and Opez are not going to disappoint. So A. Martinez, thank you for the question. Thank you for joining me. What do you think about Workhorse today? I said just in my presentation, it was up, I think 8 point something percent. So very good performance. Why was it up? I have no idea. There was not really any significant news on it. Just that they are going to have a few conferences, and they might make an announcement, they might not. But it's performing well, and I'm very happy with that position. Big Country NBA 2K for life. What's up? Thank you for joining me. What's with SPAC EV platform? No big deal. Whose platform are they using? So I think you're talking about SPAC Fisker. So yeah, I don't think there was a deal announced yet. So I'm not sure they have a platform yet. They are still trying to work with the MEB, get the MEB platform. And so they need to get a platform done and signed like yesterday. So I haven't heard any news on that about SPAC and Fisker. So we are anxiously waiting. I have a small position in that. So I am waiting for some news on SPAC Fisker. So Tom Half, thank you for the question. Thank you for joining me. Do you see Workhorse getting the U.S. Postal Service contract? So if you've been watching any of my videos, you'll know that I do think that they're going to get a decent size of this contract. And what I mean by decent is at least 50%. That's just my opinion. I have no inside information. That's what I just think realistically with the whole political aspect of it. In my previous videos, I talked all about the politics behind it. With Ohio, with the votes. So I think they are going to get minimum of 50%. They are also hiring. They are hiring about 200 new workers over there at Workhorse. So all signs lead to getting a decent portion of this contract. Why else would they be hiring more people, more employees? Why else would they be taking on, bringing on Hitachi, for manufacturing, logistics, and whatnot. So that's my opinion. So trying to catch up with the chat, guys. So 197 people in here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I have 78 likes, guys. Let's see that like go up to at least triple digits, man. Just take 1 second, go down there, click the like button. It really helps out the channel. Bradford Turnal, what's your opinion about what's going on with GP stock? I'm surprised it has dropped so dramatically, being an EV niche play in the bus manufacturing market. So, all the hype has basically died down on that stock. Let me just bring up GP stock real quick. Just see what it is at today, because I don't think I saw it today. So yeah, it's down to $13.75. So I talked about this stock, this price point in my previous video. You realize that this stock was at over $20 post merger, and even the CEO was buying shares of this stock at $20. He paid $20 for the stock. He bought about 500,000 shares of his own stock at $20. So right now you could get it for $13.72. So literally you're paying less than the CEO paid for this stock. And I think that's just absolutely amazing. That's an awesome bargain. Just think about it. This company, GreenPower Motors, is in a much better position than it was just a few weeks ago. It has over $37 million in cash. Before they only had about $400,000 in cash. After they went IPO in the U.S. Into the NASDAQ, they were able to raise about $37 million in cash. They also are ramping up their production of their EV Star vehicles. So they're producing about 15 vehicles per month, but they are able to ramp that up to about 30 EV Stars a month by the end of this year. And they are also U.S. bill compliant, and they also have Altoona testing certification. So what does that mean? that means they are able to leverage money from the what is it, the sorry, what is the company? It's the federal basically it's federal money. It's federal transportation money from the U.S. So they're able to get about 80% of their vehicles subsidized because they have this Altoona from the FTA, is it Federal Transportation Administration, the FTA. They're able to leverage about 80% of the cost of the vehicle by getting it subsidized. So they're able to do that because they are the only company that sells Class 4 vehicles, and those are basically their transportation vehicles. They're EV SAR vehicles. So they're able to get about 80% of their vehicles subsidized through the FTA, Federal Transportation Administration. So, I think it's going to be good things, only good things to come for GP stock, especially, guys, if you're buying this stock 3-4 weeks ago when it was like $1 and change, $2 and change, dude, this company is in a much better position than it was just 3 weeks ago. Now we're talking about they have $37 million in cash, and they are ramping up their volume. So if it's at $13.75, it is a buy, in my opinion, not advice, just my opinion. So that is what I have to say about GreenPower. KHH877, thank you for your question. I am selling half of Tesla and buying CP. You mean GP or CP? CP tomorrow. GP is bottoming out, I think. So that is a decent idea. I mean, it all depends on where you bought Tesla to begin with. I don't have any financial advice, but it all depends on where you bought Tesla. If you bought it at all-time lows, definitely a good idea, in my opinion. So I'm buying GP tomorrow. Is bottoming out, 4.22% up after hours. Yeah. So what was it? Yep, it was up to $14.33 after hours. You're absolutely right. So it is something that I have been buying. Towards the end of last week, I was picking up shares about the $14. I don't think I did buy in $13. I was buying it in the $14 range. So it is a stock that I am personally buying at these prices. Mr. Black Spoon, thank you for joining me. Thank you for the question. What's your thoughts on HCAC? It had a small bump to $11 today. I think HCAC, I am personally in this, and I was in this before the announcement of Canoo. So I'm just kind of holding on to it to see what happens after the merger. It is an EV play, but the market has not, the market has not really liked this EV play. I think just because of their business model about basically a subscription model. So I think the market is questioning this model, if it's going to be successful or not. I don't have a very solid opinion about their business model, but I'm just holding on to it to see what happens after the merger. I think it's just trading up just because of just speculating, day traders. So I don't think this bump means much on HCHC, which is Canoo, right? I have Shell. When price can I exit? Amish Patel. It all depends on how much money you want to make. It depends on how much you bought it in for. I realistically was thinking that this stock was going to be only $50 to $60 post merger. Right now it is just about $50. Pre-merger. So who knows what will happen after the merger? I am happy to be wrong about this, and I'm happy to see this thing go up to $80, $90, like Nikola did. If it does, I'll be very happy. If it goes over $100, I think I will sell out of the position, just because I don't think that $100 or beyond is sustainable. But I am very bullish on Hyliion, and so I am expecting it to be at least $60. I am hoping to be wrong, that it could be up to maybe $80. Troy, thanks for the question. Thank you for joining me tonight. 253 watchers on here, but I only have 99 likes. What's up with that, guys? Half of you have not liked my video. Give me a thumbs up, man. Troy, what's your in-depth on Desktop Metal? You bullish on the company? So I need to make a video on Desktop Metal. I did a little preview about Desktop Metal on my previous video. I am bullish on the company. It has not taken off. So what is Desktop Metal at? TRNE is the ticker. Trine Acquisition Group. So not performing, up to $11.39, down to 48. So my opinion on Desktop Metal is that it is going to be massive because of their business model. So they are designed to be used in a office. So their whole system is closed. So there's no chemicals. There's no. It's basically like a plug and play system. So they have cartridges. These cartridges are labeled with the resin that's needed to make the prototype 3D metal print. And so that is where the cash is. I've said this before, and personally have experience in things of this manner because I work in a laboratory, and I work with with companies that make these plug and play systems that basically idiot proof. There's just cartridges that you put in and you press start, and basically the system runs and does what it needs to do. This is what Desktop Metal is. It's basically a foolproof way to make a prototype 3D metal print. And so they sell these cartridges. Of course, they're proprietary cartridges. And so you think about it, you guys know, you buy a printer nowadays, so you buy a printer for like $80. But how much is the ink? The ink is going to be like 60, 70, $80 just for the ink. That's where Desktop Metal is going to shine. I said this in my video. I showed Chamath Palihapitiya. He is one of the backers of Desktop Metal. And that's what he said in his tweet as well. That is where the money is. That is, where they're going to be making massive amount of money with their proprietary cartridges. So bullish on Desktop Metal. I need to do a full video on that, and so that will happen hopefully in the next few days. Poker God, thanks for joining me. New to the channel. Are you a day trader or a long-term investor? So I am a long-term investor. So any day traders in my videos are in my chat. What I say is not going to make sense to you because we have just two different ways of viewing things. People that watch my videos and you're a day trader, you won't get much value in my videos because we just have two different philosophies and ideas. So that answers your question. Let's go. You in shell options, Joe Moo. Yeah, I am. I have just one position. I'll show you I'll show you my position. Just for fun. Why not show you my position? Let me see. Well, let me not share it with you right now. Let me see. I'm gonna log in to my account where I have all my positions. Let me make sure it doesn't show my account number or anything. I don't think Robinhood shows any of that information, so I think we're good. So let me share this with you. So give me a thumbs up for sharing my account, guys. I have 266 people in here, but only 118 likes. Give me a thumbs up, guys. I am sharing my positions with you. So this is my Robinhood account. This account, I pretty much only do options trading. So, these are my options. And so Joe Moo wanted to know if I have shell options. So I have two options. I have a call option and a put option, I believe. Yeah, so here's my put option. Put option is a $22.50 put. And right now I am up 45% on this. So if you guys don't know how put options work, basically I collect a premium. So how much did I pay for this? $11 I paid for, sorry, that I sold this for. So, essentially you need to multiply that by 100, right? Yeah. So I got $1,100 premium on this. So basically, somebody paid me $1,100. So that's what I am expecting to make. Right now, I'm only up 495%. So basically, if I just hold this contract until January 15th, 2021, and the stock, the tortoise, stays above 2250. My break even is what, 1150. So if it stays above 1150, I'm going to make $1,100 on this. So that's how put options work. You're basically selling a premium. Basically, you sell the contract and you collect a premium. So that's what it was. $11. You have to multiply that by 100 because one contract. So it shows you have -1 contract because I sold one contract. So -1 contracts, I sold it. That's why I have $1,100 I'm going to make out of this if I hold up to the expiration date. Currently, like I said, I am up 45%, so that's 495%. So that is on my put on Tortoise. Here's my call on Tortoise. I have a $35 call expiring June 2021, and I am up 267% on this. Total return so far is $17.90. So I paid about $670 on this. So yeah, 600 and multiplied by 10, $670. So not a bad play in my opinion. So if I hold this up to about, that's when it expires. But realistically, I may sell this off because I'm expecting Tortoise to go up to at least 60, maybe $70. So after that, it happens to all SPACs. After the merger, after the hype, it'll run up and then it'll go back down. So I don't think I want to risk it. So if it goes up to like $60, $70, I'm gonna be up massively on this, and so I will probably sell out of this contract before it actually expires. So that is my shell options. Thanks for the question. Hope you appreciate me sharing my position with you, my options position. Give me some likes for that. Thank you very much. I only have 133 likes. So let me see if I can catch up on the chat. Summit Brohad, thank you for your question. Hi, Sheen. How low can Tesla go? I have no idea. Tesla can go as low as people are willing to sell it for. Realistically, I don't expect it to fall under $300. Let me just multiply that out. What 300? What the split was 5. Yeah, so $1,500. That will be pre-split numbers. So realistically, I don't think it'll fall. Let me take that back. I do think it would fall under $300, but probably $250 it would be where I draw the line, and that is where I would be interested in buying more shares. So $250 is where I personally, in my personal opinion, in my investing opinion, I would be interested in buying more shares of Tesla at $250 or below. And that is just below the last time I bought Tesla stock. So I bought at $1,400. It was the last time I bought Tesla. And that of course was pre-split. Was it 1,400, right? The split was 5. So realistically, 280 is the last time I bought Tesla stock. So 250 is where I personally would buy Tesla stock again. But you know, and you know, I'll be really surprised if it falls to 250. Realistically, I think 300, 280, somewhere around there is kind of realistic for Tesla to kind of settle. But you know, you got to keep in mind battery day is in like literally 2 weeks. So you know what happens during battery day. People, you know, are thinking there's going to be massive news on this, but you know, we'll see where the market is. Like I said, the perfect storm has happened in Tesla stock. Just the Nasdaq in general is down, so that doesn't help at all. S&P 500 inclusion did not happen. So, like I said previously, guys, calm down. Just because it didn't happen now does not mean it's not going to happen next quarter or the quarter after that. You got to realize that Tesla, being such a massive company with such a massive market cap, it could possibly be the only reason why it wasn't accepted into S&P 500 this quarter is just simply because that there was not enough liquidity in Tesla stock. So what do I mean by that? Okay, so you know Tesla stock has a very low float count. You know, there's not a lot of Tesla stock out there for people to trade and buy. You know, Elon Musk holds about 20% of all Tesla stock, and then there's people in Tesla stock that are just not willing to sell. So there's not really a lot of Tesla stock out there that's available to sell. So realistically, one of the reasons why it didn't get into the S&P 500, and this is just my opinion, just going through what I've been researching, what I've been looking at, why it hasn't been included in the S&P 500 could very possibly simply because there's not enough liquidity in Tesla stock. So when the S&P 500 committee wants a company to be included in Tesla stock, they need to ensure that there's enough Tesla stock out there for all the funds to actually buy, right? Because if you don't ensure that there's enough funds, enough stock for all these funds to buy, every fund that tracks the S&P, then you're going to have massive price appreciation, that the stock price is just going to go bonkers, skyrocketing, and that does not reflect the company. And so it could realistically just be that there was not enough Tesla stock out there for funds to buy. So that is probably one of the reasons why Tesla did a capital raise, $5 billion capital raise to release more stock into the market. And so when there's more liquidity into the market, and a lot of people are selling their Tesla stock now, in the next quarter, when S&P committee meets again, it could likely be that they will accept Tesla into the S&P the next quarter. So it's not like end of the world, end all be all, just because they weren't accepted this quarter. So don't think that just because they weren't accepted that it's never going to happen. It is going to happen. Simon, next generation for them is to move away from prototype and into full-on production for mass parts. I think you're talking about Desktop Metal. So I think they have three models for their Desktop Metal printers. They do have a model that is made for mass production. So I think currently they have that already. So they're able to mass produce 3D metal prints. All right, guys, I'm gonna take a few more questions. I hope you guys appreciate my video tonight. I have 153 likes, so thank you guys for giving me a thumbs up. Really helps out. Really appreciate you guys joining me tonight and listening to my opinion. Tanya Adcock, thank you so much. Super chat, $10 super chat. Are you going to Battery Day? No, unfortunately, I'm not going to Battery Day. Even if I was accepted to go into Battery Day. So if you guys don't know, they're only accepting a certain amount of people to go to Battery Day, just because of the whole illness situation. So you had to like put in your name, and it was like a random drawing. But unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to go to Battery Day anyways, because I have my full-time job also, and I have a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and my wife is a teacher. She is at home basically with the kids all day and trying to do online teaching. So she would just kill me if I took a few days to go to Battery Day. So I wouldn't be able to go anyways. But thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me tonight. See. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Sunny. Advocates to 199. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Made 1K Opez because of you. Man, you did the hard part. You're the one that has to do the buy. I am just giving my opinion. Opez. I think it is a. I mean, I'm talking about BurgerFi now. So BurgerFi is a strong company. The whole change to more healthy burgers. With their Beyond Meat burger. Personally, I have Beyond Meat. I had Beyond Meat burgers, and they are absolutely amazing. I'm really a pro of Beyond Meat, and just the high end burger market is I think here to stay. And they have really good food. I've been there a few times, so I think BurgerFi is strong. Opez, the management over there is questionable. But think the merger is going to be fine. It's going to happen hopefully Q4 of this year. But it is a reopening stock in my opinion. Because it's a restaurant stock. Hopefully restaurants are going to bounce back from this, and hopefully soon. Everyone wants to go out there, go to a restaurant. I think people are just getting sick of this. So reopening stocks as soon as there's some type of announcement that there's a viable vaccine. I think reopening stocks, especially restaurants, are going to be massive. So BurgerFi would be included in that. Frank Lopez, thanks for the question. Tesla Insurance, Energy, and 3D Program. The fools at Wall Street got Tesla wrong, and they will be wrong again. Kathy Woods for president. Tesla Energy and Tesla Insurance is something that nobody talks about. It's just not exciting. I guess everyone just wants to talk about batteries. Everyone just wants to talk about their vehicles, but nobody really talks about their energy. And you know what? I thought about this about a week ago. So what does Amazon? Amazon has basically has you locked, and that's true for me, and so does Apple. I look back on what Amazon is doing and what Apple is doing. So recently, my MacBook, the screen was something went wrong with the screen. About a quarter of the screen was blanking out. So I was literally making videos all last week and probably the week before using 3/4 of my screen. Like a quarter of my screen was just not usable. So that was tough trying to make videos. So I did have to get a new MacBook. And so I thought about this. I'm like, man, Apple has really got you locked, because like if my MacBook breaks, there's no question that I'm just going to get a new MacBook. It's not like I'm going to get something else. This is just period. I'm going to get a new MacBook. If my phone breaks, it's not like I'm going to say I'm going to get a Samsung. No, I'm just stuck with that company. And I say that in a good way, because I'm just in the ecosystem. I am a user of the system, and I know the system, and so I'm not going to switch out of the system. And that's how they get you. Same thing with Amazon. One of my kids, my 3-year-old, he decided to take a spray bottle and spray my spray Alexa, spray the there she goes, spray that that device. I don't want to say it again. She's going to go off. And decided to spray the device and give it a bath. And so basically, the Echo Dot it broke. It was completely soaked. I turned it upside down and there was water dripping from it. And so, we have this because we have it in each of the kids' rooms. It's basically their alarm, it's their white noise, and it's our communication throughout the house. So we could call them down for lunch, call them down for dinner or whatnot. So we absolutely have to have it in each room, and we do it for music and things like that. And so when it broke, it was just no question. I got another Amazon Echo device, and I didn't get a new Echo device. I upgraded to their big speaker. So I just thought about, man, they really really got you, because if it breaks, you're automatically going to get a new Amazon device. And this is the same thing that is happening with Tesla, and people don't talk about this. The same thing is happening with Tesla, and it's happening before your eyes. Tesla is getting into Tesla insurance, like Mr. Frank Lopez is saying. Energy, 3D program, I'm not sure what that is. So maybe you know something more than I know. I don't know what the 3D program is for Tesla. But also, solar energy, power walls. Basically, you could be completely off the grid, charge your Tesla with solar power, get Tesla insurance. They're able to give you insurance for cheaper because they have all the analytics, all the data of how you drive, when you drive, what area of the city, the town you drive in. They take all that data and they could give you a lower rate than Allstate gives you, State Farm gives you, whatever. Right. And so they obviously they're going to make profit off of that. And you're going to be happy because you're going to be paying a lower rate. So when you get a new car, are you going to switch out of your Tesla insurance because you wanted to get whatever, the Ford Mach-E? No, you're not. You're going to stick with Tesla because you're going to say, hey, wait a minute. Tesla's giving me value because, number one, I got a Tesla solar system that I could charge my vehicle for free. I have a Tesla Powerwall. When the power goes out, I could still run my house with it. I could still charge up my car. I have my Tesla insurance that I'm getting the best rates because Tesla is able to give me the best rates because they know where I drive, how I drive, what town I drive, what hours I drive. So I'm not going to give up my Tesla insurance. I'm not going to give up my free energy that I get with my Tesla solar panels. You're not going to give it up because they're building this ecosystem and they're doing it right in front of everybody's eyes and nobody's talking about it. An ecosystem is the strongest moat that any company can build. Once they get you in that ecosystem, it's very hard for you to get out of the ecosystem. And people, typically don't want to get out of the ecosystem because the ecosystem is so good, right? So exactly what Frank Lopez is saying. Tesla insurance, Tesla energy, with full self-driving, you could potentially be making side money, have your vehicle go out there, drive around, be a Uber, pick up people. So that's all extra income that's possible in this ecosystem. So that's my rant about Tesla ecosystem. Like I said, I think they're building an ecosystem and people don't even realize they're doing it. So that's why I think Tesla stock is going to be absolutely massive. We're over an hour. We're going to wrap this up. So just want to hit up a few more questions and I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I really appreciate everybody watching my channel, watching my videos, finding a value in my opinions. 170 likes, guys. Shout out, guys. Give me some thumbs up. Give me some likes. Really appreciate it. Really helps out the channel. You don't realize that, the more likes that I get on my videos, the more YouTube will push out my video. So take 2 seconds right now, give me a thumbs up, really helps out. I have 315 viewers right now, but I only have 175 likes. Let's get that up to at least 200, guys. So my thoughts on Pershing Tontine Holdings. So this is the SPAC stock, the monster of all SPAC stocks. Bill Ackman is behind this. And my thoughts on this is it's going to be massive. Who knows what it's going to be. I have a decent sized position on this. I have about, I think I have about $1,000 in my public portfolio. I have about $2,000 in my private portfolio. So I have a decent sized position in this Pershing Square. And so it's just a waiting game, man. You just have to wait and see what happens, who they're going to merge with. There's rumors out there, but I don't look much into the rumors. So I am definitely interested in this, and they are setting up for long-term investors. So I think you get like 1/9 of a warrant if you hold this up to the merger. So they are definitely want people to hold this stock, and I think it's a fantastic idea because they only want long-term investors in this. Tanya Adcock, agree with you on Tesla compared to Amazon and Apple. My insurance will be much higher with a Tesla than the current vehicle I'm driving. They need to bring it to more states. Yeah, so right now the insurance is only available in California, but you heard in their previous conference call they are looking for actuators, and they want revolutionary actuators to help them with their Tesla insurance, expand this out basically to the rest of the country. Mr. Horeta 88, thank you for joining me. You always join me on my live chats, so appreciate it. Do you think Tesla will go lower? I absolutely think it could go lower. I said previously, realistically, I don't see it going under 280. So anywhere between 280 and 300 is where I think Tesla will settle at, and that's still not low enough for me to buy more Tesla stock. The highest I bought Tesla stock was about 280. If you say post split numbers. So if it falls to like 250, that is when I'm personally interested in picking up any more Tesla shares. So I don't see it falling more than 280. That's just my opinion, and I don't see it falling for that long. It depends on what the market is doing, right? The overall market is down. It's hard for any stock to be up, any one stock to be up when the NASDAQ is down near 5% today, near 5%, I think on Thursday. So it's just perfect storm is happening. Like I said, the market is down. The S&P 500 didn't go through. People, saw the stock split and it ran up. So those people are selling. Combine that with everything else. Also, they did a dilution. They raised $5 billion, so I think it's a good dilution, but nonetheless, it is a dilution. So people look at dilutions and they tend to get afraid, and so that's why Tesla stock is selling off. Basically, perfect storm, everything happening at once. But keep in mind, Battery Day, of course, is happening literally in a couple of weeks. So I don't think the sell-off will last too long. So that's just my opinion. After all, are you in this for the long term? 5 years later, 5 years out, you're going to look back at Tesla stock and don't be the person that says, I wish I would have got in. Guys, okay. If this was literally 3 weeks ago, when Tesla was like at all-time highs, whatever it was, three weeks ago at $2,000 a share, whatever it was, $2,300 a share, whatever it was, right? I think everybody was saying, man, I really wish I would have got into Tesla stock. Look at how high it's gone. I hope it goes down so I could buy. How many people were saying that? I think a lot of people are saying that, and now it's gone down. And so now, for some reason, these people are afraid to buy it now, and just doesn't make sense, right? The company is the same company as it was 3 weeks ago, but now it's cheaper, and now they're a stronger company because now they have over $13 billion on their balance sheet. So literally, it is a better company now than it was 3 weeks ago. And 3 weeks ago, people were saying, "Oh man, I wish I would have bought it. Look how high it is." And now it's gone down, giving you the opportunity to buy it. And now all of a sudden, people are afraid to buy it. So, what? Take it for what it is, guys. Nicholas Wright, how many shares of Tesla do you own? So you probably joined me late. I don't know how many shares I have, but I lost $25,000 in Tesla share just literally, I think today. Let me bring up my my portfolio that I have Tesla in. I'll share it with you real quick. So give me a thumbs up for sharing this with you. Here you go. Well, you can't see it. Let me get rid of that. So here you go. Here's my Tesla holdings. Share this, in my presentation. Look at this. I am down $25,000. Value down to 93,000. But guys, look at this performance. This is what I'm talking about. You can't be disappointed with Tesla stock because quite literally, it has destroyed the market, destroyed the S&P. Look at this. Okay, the orange line again is the S&P 500. S&P 500 is up 3.13%, and and Tesla is up 283%. So so realistically, can't be disappointed with Tesla stock. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. We're over an hour. Appreciate you guys watching my video, watching my content. Give me a thumbs up. Smash thumbs up on the way out. Thank you very much. Appreciate you guys. Have an awesome night. Hopefully the market will be better tomorrow and the rest of the week. Have a good night. Thank you guys very much.